I love me a good NBA beef, and this Kyle Kuzma, Spencer Dinwiddie drama is no exception. Once upon a time, our two beefers were teammates in Washington before Dinwiddie moved on to Dallas. Let's just say they did not enjoy their brief run together. The Wizards walloped the Mavs by a cool 32 points in Dinwiddie's return to DC after the trade. That's when an awkward tribute video was played honoring Dinwiddie's 44 games with the franchise, which were most memorable for him being the scapegoat for the Wizards' chemistry problems. That game was an anomaly as the Mavs had been rolling and the Wizards were headed to the lottery, as Dinwiddie so subtly noted when he said,
"Let them go to offseason and let us go to playoffs and, keep it rocking."
After the Wizards beat the Mavs at home early this season,
make it 34. Kyle Kuzma is hotter than fish grease here at Capital One Arena.
Kuzma landed a pretty good counterpunch.
Luka's been on a tear this year. How'd you guys hold him to 8 for 21 with 5 turnovers?
We just did a good job. We know that, their team is very limited outside of him.
Indeed, another shot at his old pal Spence. The Mavs and Wizards met again in January, and Dinwiddie had some thoughts post-game.
They not playing for nothing for real. You know what I mean? Like, they just coming out here firing. Like, they got people coming off the bench just firing, right? Because at the end of the day, for them, it's a showcase. They over there trying to get paid. They're not trying to play winning basketball.
Footnote, the Mavs lost that night. And Kuz let them know on Twitter where all good NBA beefs end up going. And maybe that should have been that, but this is the NBA. So nah. Now in Brooklyn, with the Wizards season over, Dinwiddie saw a prime opening and he pounced.
I think if we look at, him and the way he approaches life, fame, all that stuff, that we could see that, his priorities tend to vary.
I don't know why you're bringing Kuz's weird sweaters into this.
Like I said with the Draymond quote, insecurity is loud. Like, you know that you're there, shooting shots to try to get a contract. You're probably not even a third star really on a good team, because if you were, the Lakers would have kept you, right? Part of the reason you left was to try to make more money. Like, these are all things that are facts.
If there was a line out there, Dinwiddie just crossed it. Kuz lit up his Twitter, calling him delusional. Oh, and that thread had just gotten started. As for Dinwiddie being in the playoffs, he said you can thank KD and Kyrie for that, but here's the real zinger. The Wizards and I have so much real estate on the island. This guy got signed by a team, 60 mil, and was traded before the following season was over. The quickest and most impactful way to disrespect a man is to mess with his name. Just ask Russell Westbrook. Just ask Russell Westbrook.
My name is getting shamed.
That's the same Russell Westbrook the Wizards traded for a package featuring Kuzma, creating a need for a guard they filled by signing Dinwiddie. The duo didn't exactly click for the Wiz, but we can all be grateful for the comedy that keeps coming from this beauty of an NBA beef.